Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire.
All right, Coda and I are back. It is January the 25th. It has been 2 weeks since we were last out. What can I say about that? Life happens. But we are back out today. It is, it says it was 23 degrees in town. I am freezing, so I've got to get up the trail and get started. We are here at Blue Ridge Gap. Man's best friend. Coda, you got anything to say? Coda, you got anything to say? He is ready to go. And frisky, I'm sure, because it's 23 degrees out here. But yes, we are beginning our trek here at Blue Ridge Gap. I think the elevation is 3,020 or something like that. I've got to get my gloves on. My hands are freezing. Let me show you what we're coming up on, little signs here. Again, at the southern Nantahala Wilderness. Come on, go this way. This way. Coda, come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. There goes man's best friend. And you know what that means. I gotta go catch him. But well, let's see if there's a sign up here. Well, hopefully this is going to be a monumental day because we hope to finish our first state. So here is our road sign at Blue Ridge Gap, and then this one says Bly Gap, and the sun is just now starting to poke through. Thank goodness. So this will be a short video, of course, always starting from a gap, going uphill. I've got to get warm. So I think I said it before, but yes, we are hoping to finish our first state today. We are hoping to get to the Georgia-North Carolina border. I will be glad to get out of this section simply because this Upper Hightower Road is a beast to come up, to say the least. Oh, it's cold. Let me come up here in the sun. But this is the day in which the Lord hath made, and Coda and I shall rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, sunlight. Oh man, look at that. Coda, 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 Coda. A man's best friend. Frisky as can be. But I just wanted to take an opportunity to get in this sun for just a minute. Let me jab my poles in the ground. But first off, let me say thanks for watching. And if you are just now picking up on my videos, I kind of wanted to do a recap and explain to you that I'm the guy out there that is dreaming of the through hike. Let me get him sitting up there around that corner. And you know, I have 3 daughters, so I just have not figured out how I can do it, how I can get off work, how I can do it financially, just a number of things right now. So instead of just giving up, I've chosen to take my off days, which I wish I got back to back, but I have not. I get them on Thursdays and Sundays, so I can't come out and do any more than what the daylight hours will allow me to do in a day. But instead of just simply giving up, I'm out here section hiking, living the dream out here, doing what a through hiker would do, except for doing in sections. And also wanted to say that, you know, I take my hat off to section hikers, just simply because, you know, you've got to drive, of course, depending on where you are in the trail, you know, sometimes an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Right now I'm about at an hour and a half. And you have to come to these sections, and of course every time that you start, of course you come right out of a gap, you're going straight up a hill. So that's no fun at all. But the other thing I wanted to say was, I don't know, I'm so cold that my brain's not working. But let's see. But today, you know, again, we're going to finish up our first state. And, you know, it feels like a long 2 months coming, but, you know, it's an adventure out here. And when you look at me, just so you know, I want to have the same feeling that a through hiker would have. So I have my backpack on, you know, set up to go, just as if I was going to have to walk from one waypoint to another waypoint, meaning that I've got 4 or 5 days worth of food in my backpack. I've got my winter gear. Unfortunately, with the winter gear, I think I'm back to 40 pounds again, which is too much weight. And again, you know, I want to make sure that I feel the same thing that a through hiker feels, which is, you know, having to carry that weight. You know, say you go in for a resupply and, you know, into town, and you fill up with 5 days worth of food, and then you go back out and hit the trail. Well, that's, of course, you know, what the weight would feel like. So I wanted to make sure that each time I go out, you know, I've got my, as I said, my winter gear. So I've got my tent, I've got my winter sleeping bag, I have my winter clothes, you know, extra things that just in case it got too cold. And of course, that's why my pack weighs, you know, what it weighs right now. But again, while I'm dreaming of doing the through hike, I'm out here doing the section hike. And, you know, hope to continue on doing this as long as I can. It has been, you know, 2 weeks since I got out from last time back here at the same spot. I had to finish up a short section going back south towards Plum Orchard Shelter. But hopefully today we're going to, my objective I would love to get to Muskrat Creek Shelter today so that I can go to Deep Gap. Actually, Deep Gap is closed. That's the reason why I have been procrastinating about this most recent travel, because from here at Blue Ridge Gap to Deep Gap, it's roughly 11 miles. But Deep Gap is closed for a couple months because of the winter weather, and there is another access through to it. You can go to the Standing Indian Mountain Campground, take the Kimsey Creek Trail into Deep Gap, and then pick it up. But that's probably going to be like 15, maybe even 16 miles, depending on how long the Kimsey Creek Trail is. So there's not enough daylight hours out here in the winter to do that. And of course, with the temperatures, in the 20s, in the teens, even lower in the mountains, that makes that difficult. But so I'm hoping to get a little over half of this done today, and then drive up to, I think that's going to be in Franklin, Standing Indian Campground, walk the Kimsey Creek Trail in, go southbound down to Muskrat Creek, of course, and then come back out. So to complete this section. But today we're going to, like I said, hopefully get to Muskrat Creek Shelter and past the Georgia North Carolina line. Sorry, again, it's freezing out here. My brain's not working, but and back today. So today is going to be somewhere in that 12 and a half mile range. I'm not sure yet, but we got to get up the trail. So Coda, you ready to go? Let's go. So that's where we got to go. We got to get some miles going, got to get the heart rate up, and got to get warm because it is freezing. So we will talk to you soon. Thanks for viewing, and always like and subscribe, please.
But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time.